Hey guys, welcome back to Predominance Raids. Raiden here after a long overdue process of which I haven't been bringing you guys videos. I am back, and really quick, I just want to go ahead and apologize for not bringing any videos recently. I think it's actually been about 3 weeks, and I really appreciate all the subscribers and stuff that have kind of hung with it. I do intend to continue with the channel, but just for those that don't know, part of the reason I haven't been bringing videos is Predom actually just recently merged with another really high-level Fair Play War clan, Storm Factory. Some of you guys may remember Storm Factory from when we actually warred them a few months back, and we've had a great relationship with them ever since then. Nothing but respect for the guys at Storm Factory, and we kind of decided a few weeks ago that it would be beneficial for both clans to, at least to try a clan merge where we could kind of stack our lineup, use Storm Factory as the main clan, and really have a very respectable roster that could go up and match a lot of the top 15 and 20 Fair Play War clans, which is our goal. As a result, though, Predom has kind of been in flux, and we're trying to just figure out what Town Hall breakdown we want. We're trying to figure out kind of the roster components and what weights we want. And some of the wars as a result haven't been as good as I think we'd like. I told you guys a long time ago on the channel that I only want to bring you guys good content. There's no point showcasing substandard stuff. I don't want to waste your time watching it. I certainly don't want to waste my time recording it. But that's part of the reason. But I do intend, especially as we kind of get things figured out, I do intend to continue with the channel here. So thank you guys again. We did, however, get a really good matchup against this level 9 clan Waraways. And let's go ahead and take a look here. So Waraways, let's see. Yeah, they had a lot of wins. 228 war clans, serious war clan, advertised as fair play. So we were definitely excited by this matchup. All anti-3 bases. And we came away with a pretty good win, and I was pretty proud of this one. So I think on each side it was 4 Town Hall 11s, and then 4 Town Hall 10s, and then the rest Town Hall 9s. And on our side of the map, they really struggled at the top, which I think was the big difference. They couldn't even 1-star number 1. They left 2 and 3 both 1-starred. And then they did get our bottom Town Hall 11 and our top 2 Town Hall 10s 2-starred. And they actually 3-starred me, Oracle. That was a Town Hall 10 3-star. And then just left a few Town Hall 9s that weren't cleaned up. So, actually just looks like 1. And I'm sorry, I think both sides had a few Town Hall 8s as well. But on our side, really did an awesome job. So we were able to 2-star the top 2 Town Hall 11s. We actually were able to get Town Hall 11 versus 11 triple, which we'll show in a few minutes. Kind of left 4 1-starred, which was frustrating, a high percent 1-star. And then had a few Town Hall 10 3-stars that were bully attacks. So we got Mo got that one, 5 and 7. And then we did clean the board 9s and below. Just looking at the war stats here, so 26 to 22 on the 3-stars, 3 to 5 on the 2s, and then 1 to 2. And obviously the 3-star count was the difference, and especially at the top, the 2-stars as well. So let's go ahead and get into some attacks. I got quite a few kind of queued up here. First one is Ginger on number 3, and this was the Town Hall 11 versus 11 triple. Ginger's a newer Town Hall 11 that we got, actually from a clan that we had warred, I think 786 Brothers. And he's been doing really well, especially kind of post-update, figuring out some of these Valk attacks. But you see here, this is just basically a GoVaHo Town Hall 11. Kind of starts in just with a cheap funnel there at the bottom. Comes in with the 1 golem here down at 6 o'clock, and then the Archer Queen right behind. And essentially wants to create kind of 2 sides of the funnel for the Valks. So the Queen is kind of creating one side, and the Minion kind of working on the other side, and then the Valks unfortunately run right into a giant bomb there. But 2 jumps, so another jump to let him into the core, and you can see basically just how quickly those Inferno Towers go down. You typically don't want Inferno Towers that close together anymore, because if you can get Valks in there, they can just absolutely wreck it. They've already cleared the core out as well. And the Hogs at this point are just working the outer ring. So this is kind of the new meta for Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 10 is GoVaHo, but don't push your Valks basically and Kill Squad into the core, but don't invest a lot of spells on them. You don't have to keep the Valks up. They just want to clear it, and then typically you just want to work kind of those Hogs on that outer ring portion with 1 or 2 heals. And he still got his Archer Queen up. Actually still had some Valks up that didn't make it to the core that are running around the outside. And then last heal goes down just for this last group of point defense over here at 9. There is a single bomb there, which is nice that he had that heal spell down. But everything's up, and we'll kind of speed it up here. But excellent attack. Nice to see, you know, Town Hall 11 versus 11 triples weren't a staple of the Fair Play community. I think with some of the changes with Valks and Hogs, you know, it's still tough on good layouts and max defense Town Hall 11s, but on kind of those mid-range 11s, you can certainly exploit it, and that was an example. So we're going to go, not going to look at either of the bully attacks. Mo is an absolute beast. He's like automatic on those, but I'm going to go ahead and skip those for now, and we're going to jump down. Where are we going? We're going to jump down to MOnochrOMe on 12. And so some of these names might be not familiar to you guys, and it's some new members, and it's some guys from Storm Factory that we've absorbed in the merge. But this was Town Hall 9 GoVaHo. And we're just kind of waiting here. I think he drops over here at 9 o'clock. Yep. So Golem goes down over at 9. It is a shattered. You can see there just nice wide wizard placement on either side. He's going to leave the middle because that part's going to draw the Archer Queen in, but he wants to make sure those sides are cleared. Test wall breaker. And thankfully that Tesla right here did just switch over to the Golem, otherwise probably would have been a wall break fail. I think these guys had a lot of ground troop, a lot of witch CCs, so we were definitely bringing poisons. This was a fresh hit. Jump spell lets him actually into 3 compartments, including the compartment the Archer Queen's going to step into. So she's going to jump into that middle core where both expos are, and there's a lot of heat in there, but the Valks again just tear that core up very quickly. Barbarian King was in there. And didn't wait. You know, he had a lot of these kind of interior defenses being tanked by the Valks in the middle, and so he wisely started them with his Hogs up at 12 o'clock. They kind of worked that top north and northeast side, and he had a heal spell waiting for him. And at this point, he is out of spells, but again, he still has quite a bit kind of tanking with his kill squad, and there just wasn't enough defenses left, and he had Hogs coming from 2 directions. Both heroes still up. Queen's ability dropped some nice back-end cleanup troops. I think some of those were going to get picked off by the Barbarian King, but you know, nothing he could do there. The bottom side was pretty much cleared. Sorry guys, I got something scrolling there on the screen. And just absolutely crushed that one. Nice job to Mo. All right, we're going to drop down to number 13, look at Profit. And this was a clean attack. I knew there was a Valk in the CC, so wanted to do a separated hero attack just to basically keep the Hound off. And I think up at this top section there was like a Tesla farm in here in this range. But basically the Archer Queen's going to walk from 3 down to 6 o'clock. Take out the CC, take out quite a bit of point defense. And I'll kind of speed it up here. She's just doing her walk. So GoVaHo is still viable at Town Hall 9. It does need to be used a little bit differently. You either need to bring more Valks and invest really all of your spells on them to keep them up, or I think you need to bring fewer Valks and just worry about kind of clearing one section with them. But CC came out, dealt with that, and here I make a mistake in a second. So there's just 2 point defense hitting her, and I pop the ability. I don't think I needed to pop the ability there, and it actually comes back to kind of bite me in a second. But as she's working there, I've got a Golem down here at about 130. Trying to work that funnel. I think I lost a wizard at the top initially, so kind of redoing the funnel. Jump spell to get into that top section where that Tesla farm is and where I can get the Archer Queen. And you'll see here I dropped a rage on the Archer Queen just to keep her up. The Barbarian King was down there in an expo and a cannon. But my healers are kind of taking a beating, and I'm actually going to lose the Archer Queen here in a second. So starting with some reinforcement Hogs at the top. And that top section is cleared, and so at this point I know I'm in pretty good shape. And then I just want to reinforce the bottom here. But again, you can see that Archer Queen's about to go down. She's dead. But I've got the 1 heal in the bag, and there's only about 5 defenses left. Barbarian King is still up, doing a little bit of tanking. I think I've got a Valk up and some cleanup troops working the bottom. Tons of skellies on my hogs there, so I needed to drop the last heal by that Expo. Kind of pray they get through those defenses quickly. And at this point, just enough cleanup. So not the best attack, a little bit sloppy, but 30 heroes kind of just powering through on that one, I think. But these guys, they had some decent bases. They had basically all anti-3 bases, some better than others, but it was definitely a good war for us. So we're going to drop down, look at Jackal on number 15. And you guys may know Jackal is the mini account of JK2, who is a beast Town Hall 11 for us. Comes in, another Archer Queen walk, GoVaHo. I promise they won't all be. And essentially, you could see kind of with this open compartment in the center, he wants to turn this into an Archer Queen charge. Basically get her into this compartment where she has access to a lot of these double giant bomb threats, BK. If there's Teslas in here, there could be double giant bombs in there. He's going to have access to that entire middle area. But as that's going on, Golem and Valks just wreck the top there, get through that Archer Queen nice and quick. And again, one thing you'll notice with the minus 30 seconds, it's important to start the second phase a little bit quicker. So ordinarily, pre-update, probably just would have been starting the top portion now, would have let that charge develop a little bit more. With the minus 30 seconds, you can still do those AQ charges, but you have to start that second phase a little bit. So I don't know if you saw, but the Valks kind of ran out of that top compartment. They actually wall braked out. They weren't going to retake the jump once they were standing in this compartment. So at this point, they're just kind of clearing the sides. And wisely, he starts to drop his hogs over here at 9 o'clock. Wants to keep those Valks up. And so has to go ahead and drop some hogs there to help them. You can see there the Archer Queen's kind of stuck on the Town Hall, which sucks because the Teslas are all pop in the middle. And looks like he made a little bit of bacon and is out of hogs at this point. Just has 2 left. But Barbarian King's up. And most important thing is AQ is up with their ability. And the Lava Hound is running around chasing these Valks. Not going to do anything. So we'll speed it up here. So I think he had to improv there a little bit on the fly because he expected those Valks to basically jump in here and continue down this way. When they bounced outside, he kind of had to adapt. So I thought it was a good example of, not going perfectly, but still figuring out a way to get that 3-star. And literally just has enough. But nice attack there by Jackal. All right, we're going to take a look at a few more. We are going to look at Tlel99, who is the mini account of Agent. Agent is a beast Town Hall 10 in Storm Factory. And if you look here, 11 and 15 heroes versus max defense Town Hall 9 with significantly higher heroes. And this just shows how it really truly is about the execution and the plan. So I'm going to pause it really quick. If you look here, he notices the Archer Queen is kind of separated on an island, but he's got 1, 2, 3 ADs down at the bottom. And not only that, but a lot of wizard towers, a lot of point defense, and expo. It's only level 15 Archer Queen, and basically he's going to turn this into an Archer Queen charge and try and get all 3 of those ADs and then just drag in the back end. The only thing is when you have a lower level queen, you do have to invest the spells into her. So that's okay. Dragons really don't need the spells anyways, but you can see wall breaks open that first section. And again, like 3-point defense on her right now, so he's probably going to have to drop another rage spell on her here in a second. Now from that compartment, she can also reach this AD, but he actually has a really good plan to be able to get into this third AD. He knows he needs to get into this compartment. Has a wall break fail down there. I don't know if he thought that wizard tower was going to be distracted by the queen, but wall breaks right into it, so that's not going to work. Queen's kind of stuck on Lava Hound temporarily, so we'll speed it up. Nice back minion there just to clear some of those pups for her. Wisely poisons the enemy BK to keep her up. And then sneaks in 2 more wall breakers with the Barbarian that distracted. And what that's going to do is, once this compartment's clear, That Barbarian King's not going to work on that wall that was damaged. He's going to get through there. So originally it was supposed to be an in and out Archer Queen walk, where the Archer Queen would wall break in here, he would wall break in here, and she would step out. Because of the initial wall break fail, he had to improvise, break in with the Barbarian King as a wall breaker. And same thing's going to happen here. She's going to go in and out, and he already started the dragons at the top. He started them early because he knows at that point this AD is so far away from his air troops, it's really not going to come into play. It's going to be taken out before then. And then has a CC Lava Hound for that last AD in Tesla form and about 8 loons. Drops a nice haste spell in there just to get in on those Teslas. Yeah, both heroes still up. Quite a few dragons left. That Expo, thankfully, is targeting his Archer Queen, staying off his dragons and loons. And just absolutely crushed it. So I loved that attack. I thought really good example of exploiting a base, finding out what its weak point is, and then just executing. So awesome job to Tlel. Alright, we are going to take a look at Captain HIndsight, number 22. Captain HIndsight is a new recruit that we have that is in a war tryout for Storm Factory. He's been doing an awesome job. Same thing on this base. Obviously all the ADs are on the bottom half of the base, so realizes that and kind of comes in with an old school GoVaLo. So EQs up the middle, which gives him access to all 4 ADs. Comes in with the Shattered Golems down here at about 730. Gets a nice funnel for him. Test Wall Breaker, which is nice, and the rest come in. Really nice here to wait on the BK. The funnel is perfectly created, so there's nowhere but in for the BK to go, but he wants to actually get the golems into this second phase, where they're going to pick up the enemy CC first. Because if you look, it's quite a bit of distance away from the Archer Queen. She will jump this wall, but there were storages in front. You know, you've got a CC and a Dark Elixir storage there. So only a level 11 Barbarian King really was smart to delay him as much as he did. At this point, only 1 AD left, so he's going to start in with the loon portion. Some nice targeted loons. You'll notice he's prioritizing them on air targeting defenses. So Archer Towers, Expos, Wizard Towers. And look at that, that level 11 Barbarian King literally stayed up till the very end of the raid. So it was all because of his delay on that drop, which was really, really smart. And base is crushed. So we will speed it up here. I think he's got like 80 to 90 balloons left, something like that. Just crushed it. Maybe only lost like 2 balloons. Yes, guys, that was a joke. Not really 80 or 90. Exaggerating. And, oh, the corner hut. There you go. I'll yell at him for not bringing corner archers. But let's take a look at one more. Take a look at B-Nails on 23. You can see, I mean, even way down the map for them, 23 is a max defense 9. So they had some lighter heroes at some of their lower bases, but they were pretty much all max defense 9. So this was an AQ walk. GoVaHo looks like. And shout out to Tlel again. He basically built the plan for this one, but just came up a little bit short. I think he got like a 98% 2-star. Again, I think he had like level 14 and 15 heroes. But B basically picks up that plan, just makes a few adjustments to it, and bigger heroes and crushes it. So the walk along the bottom here is going to get him both heroes, which is really nice. It's not often that you can get for an Archer Queen Walker charge both heroes. But not only that, he's going to get some really key defenses. He's going to get an Expo. He got several point defense. He's going to get some Wizard Towers in there as well. So poisons both heroes, rages to get through them, so it doesn't have to pop the ability. And then snuck some Hoggins, and it's Hogs in. They're going to be able to get that CC as well. And then as that was all going on, kind of snuck some wall breakers down into this compartment, which is going to allow the Queen to continue her walk and step up. She's dealing with that dragon, getting really, really close on health, but doesn't have to pop the ability. And I think one of the changes B made on this one is he only brought 4 healers, whereas Talel had to bring 5 healers. You know, obviously that's the difference between a level 28 and a 15 queen, but you know, good making the adjustment on it. And then as that's going on, CB Golem down at 9 o'clock sneaks a few hogs in here, I think, just to help for golem pathing and for wizard funneling. Drops the jump in where I think there's a double giant bomb set in between the AD and cannon. Good angle on his Barbarian King, so his wizards basically cleared all this. He dropped his Barbarian King kind of from this angle, knowing that he'd have to reroute towards the jump because there's nothing to pull him over to the right. And still getting huge value from the Archer Queen. Dropped a Rage there. Honestly, probably could have swagged it. Didn't even need it because he still had the ability and the Queen wasn't in danger with just 2-point defense. So we'll consider that a swag spell for you, B. And then Hogs coming in here, kind of a 2-finger drop from 12. Has 8 more in the bag and a heal spell, and there's just not a lot of this base left. About 3 defenses. Probably could have swagged like a spell and like 40 troop space, to be honest. Just really crushed it. That's kind of a swag spell too. And then plenty of cleanup troops there, so awesome job. Like I said, good plan by Tlel, and then good adaptation by B-Nails and execution. So awesome war. Good job to everybody at Predom. Again, I'm going to throw down the website for Storm Factory. Storm Factory is recruiting right now, Town Hall 9s through Town Hall 11s. All the requirements will be on the website. And for anyone that doesn't meet those requirements and is still interested in joining that family, then you're welcome to go ahead and apply on the site, and we will take you in at Predom, or that third clan is Tchotchkes. So all the information will be in the description for all 3 clans. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, for sticking with the channel. Definitely going to be bringing you guys some more recaps, but Raiden signing out. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.